Hi, dear scholars. I hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend and are ready to come back and learn some more all there is to know about music. My name is Miss Michelle and I am the music teacher for 21st Century Summer Program. And today we're going to continue learning our music solfege. So I decided to actually write down the actual word just so you guys can get a visual of how it's spelled and how it's pronounced. So like I said before, it's just pronounced solfege, solfege. So it's kind of like fetch, like you play with your dog and you play fetch. So it's gonna be pronounced solfege. So I know that's like a funny example, but just so you guys can get used to the word and get comfortable saying it, practicing it, etc. So before we get into our wonderful music solfege, which I am so excited because I actually got colorful paper this time, we're going to first warm up like we always do. Warming up is so important. It just gets us prepared for what we're about to sing, what our vocal cords are about to do. So just like I always tell you guys, just like when you guys warm up to play sport, soccer, volleyball, basketball, football, whatever the sport may be, the coach always has you guys warm up. That's like a jog or whatever it is that they do. So the same thing it is with music. Especially if we're learning the music solfege, it does require singing. It does require for us to use our vocal cords. And our vocal cords are also an instrument, just like the trumpet, the piano, the guitar. The same thing how you would take care of your instrument, that's how you need to take care of your voice. So without further ado, I always tell you guys, make sure you have a water bottle. You're getting hydrated, you're keeping hydrated. Just drinking water throughout the day is so important, you guys. Make sure you guys are doing that. That way our vocal cords don't get tired. Sometimes when we're not used to singing, we can get tired easily. But with these breathing techniques and drinking a lot of water, the goal is to not feel that way and to continue our lesson throughout. Okay, so I told you guys that one of my favorite warm-ups are just blowing air between our lips, and it goes something like this. So before we get to that, make sure your posture is nice and straight. Nice and straight, shoulders are back. So just try it with me. Just roll your neck up and down, up and down. Why does this help you guys sing? So rolling your neck, relaxing, just helps you get into a nice comfortable position, nice comfortable posture, so you can get enough air in your belly. In other words, the actual word is getting enough air in your diaphragm. You're supposed to sing with your diaphragm. You know, you're using your vocal cords, but the real work is supposed to be here in your diaphragm. So if you're slouching and you're singing like this, or you're slouching, it's honestly really common sense. The air is not going to go into your diaphragm. But as opposed to sitting straight, having your shoulders back, relaxed, you also don't want to be too tense. You just want to be relaxed with your back straight, with your shoulders back. It's really easy to hunch over. But when you're singing, you got to make sure, and it's a good habit to have, to sit straight with your posture nice and relaxed. Your feet don't want to be crossed when you're singing. You want to have your feet nice and straight on the ground, and just get relaxed. So now that you have found a comfortable position, hopefully, if you're standing, you can also try the standing. The reason why I do sitting down is because I have my camera set up that way. But if you're standing, you can also do it. Just make sure your feet are not crossed. Your feet are just a few feet apart and just nice and relaxed. Okay, so this is a breathing technique I love to use because it helps me sing. When there's a high note, when it's a long song, a music lesson, these breathing techniques are helping us just stay strong throughout the whole lesson. So try it with me. Well, I'll first show you and then you can try it with me. So it goes. So as as you notice, basically this exercise is just using your breath. So you can breathe, and when you breathe, you can see your shoulders go up. So you go, so that is not the correct way to breathe. The correct way to breathe is using your diaphragm. So look at the difference when I breathe with my diaphragm, and look at the difference when I breathe with my chest. So your shoulders move a teeny tiny bit when you breathe with your diaphragm, but when you breathe with your chest, your shoulders are going really high up. So you go, but when you breathe with your diaphragm, right? So these are all like little details, you can say, but they make such a difference when you're singing. So just make sure you're breathing with the right way. So try it with me. So you may notice your chest rise a little bit. That's okay. We're human. You're going to see some evidence that you're breathing, but you don't want to breathe all the way with your chest. You want to breathe with your diaphragm. That's right. So let's continue on. One more. Awesome job. So it may feel a little funny when you're doing this exercise, but it's really just getting you used to just using these breathing techniques that will help you along the way, right? So that's one of my favorite warm-ups. The second warm-up we're going to do, I do want to keep it brief because I want to take up our lesson with our activity, our core activity, which is, like I said, music solfege. So our second warm-up that I love to do is it's just a way for you to understand the vowel shape that you do with your mouth really impacts the way you're going to sing, the way you're going to, perform, the way you're going to really, you're really going to show how well your vowels are by using the correct vowel shapes. You're going to be just showing that you're a professional singer, showing that you know what you're doing, you know how to sing, and everything I was taught in my years of music, choir, is just what I'm going to teach you. The vowel shapes really impact the way your singing is going to come out. So that's basically what I'm trying to say without rambling on even more. So when I sing, for example, I'm going to use my piano here, my keyboard. When I sing, if you've gotten used to our solfege, this is do, do. So when I sing do, there's a correct way to shape your mouth. I can sing it do. It doesn't sound as pleasant as it can sound. So the pleasant way, the correct way for you to shape your mouth and sing this correctly is do. That's the word I was looking for. Now I came to mind. Project. So the way you shape your mouth, the vowel that you make is really going to show how you project the correct tone, the correct note, right? So you can project it in a very weak way. Do, just weak, not really pronouncing any vowels, as opposed to do, do. So try it with me. Do. So that's just a really fun way to be able to know if you're projecting the correct sound, just the vowel shapes that your mouth is doing. Also, what really helps is just facial expressions. When we're talking, it's just like talking. It's really, when you get down to it, all these lessons are just common sense. So when you're talking to a person, and you have a very weak expression, you can say like just a plain expression, like neutral, like you're telling me something, and my expression could be something like, it looks like you're not interested in the conversation, right? As opposed to when you're in conversation, you're talking with, your facial expressions, you're raising your eyebrows like you're interested, you know, you're just engaged. The same thing it is with music. The same thing it is with singing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a performance or anything, but when a performer, either musician, a singer, both, like an artist, when they're performing, you can really see how they're really engaged to their art, engaged to their music, and it really shows. There's with the audience, there's a connection because they're so engaged. Their facial expressions are really showing that. So that's just ranting a little bit, but it's just for you to understand that the facial expressions, the vowel shapes that you're using really do affect the note, the music, that the sound that you're projecting, right? So we have do, do. So the same thing I'm going to apply with this exercise that I'm telling you guys about. Make sure you have your hands like this, just really massaging your cheeks, your jaw. It plays a real important role when it comes to singing. So this exercise is kind of for you to warm up your vocal cords. So it goes, oh, 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 oh. So it's kind of like when you throw a ball, you're not gonna really throw it slowly, right? You're not gonna throw the ball like slowly. You're gonna really shoot up there. You're gonna shoot the ball up in the air to get it as far away as you can, right? The same thing with this exercise. You're going to really shoot it with the note and really make it just to where it falls decently, right? So it goes, oh, oh, oh. So you can make it longer, but I want you guys to really practice shooting up to the note, right? It's a high note, depending on your voice range. It's a high note. Whatever voice range you can sing works perfectly fine, just so you can get used to warming up your vocal cords. Woo! Right? So that's a really fun way to warm up. Like I said, I don't want to go too deep into the warm-ups because I really want to get back to our solfege, and we're doing so well with our solfege. So without further ado, that was our warm-up sessions, or small warm-up sessions, but those two warm-ups are really important for you guys to learn. So when we get to our solfege, when we're singing songs, you guys are all warmed up and not just, you know, shoot into the song. I've done that before. I've skipped the warm-up. I sing my song, and at the end of the song, I either get really tired, or in between the song, I'm like, yeah, I can't finish it because I didn't warm up. So that's why it's very important to warm up. So let's get into it. Music solfege, right? So this is what we have been learning for the past 2 weeks, and I just want to continue about 2 more lessons with this. Just because, like I told you guys before, it's so important for you guys to learn this. Especially we're going to be working with different kinds of music, different kinds of instruments, learning how to read music. Solfege is the key to learning how to read music. It was taught to me, and now I teach it to you guys the best that I can, and I'm sure you're learning the best that you can as well, and that's all that matters. So music solfege, that's what it is. The first one on our list is, can you guys guess before I tell you guys? I'm sure you guys all know. We had a live session on Monday, and you guys did so well. You're learning so fast, and I'm so proud of you guys. Every single one of you, so proud. The first solfege syllable is... I'll give you guys a few seconds. If you answered do, give yourselves a pat on the back, because that's exactly what it is. The first music solfege syllable is do. And can you show me what hand sign this is? This guy right here. It's just a fist. It's a fist, and it's do. So when I ask you, let's say I ask you, give me a second here, I ask you, show me do. You're going to put your fist up, and if you can, hopefully we get there, you're going to show me the hand sign, and you're going to sing me do. I say so and so, show me do. And then you say, okay, Miss Michelle, do. Right? That's the goal that I want you guys to get to. But if you only know the hand sign and the syllable, that's perfectly okay. The note, I really want to reach for you guys to get to that point, but we're taking it slow, and whatever we can learn, I'm very proud of you guys, no matter what, right? But this is the hand sign for do, and this is the note. Do. Right? Awesome job, you guys. So that is a syllable for do. The hand sign for do, sorry. The next solfege syllable is, are you ready? I'll give you guys a second to answer. Re. If you answered re, great job. Great job. Okay? And the hand sign for re is this guy right here. Let me see if I can make it more. That's right here. A diagonal hand sign. This is the hand sign for re. And the music note for re is re. Re. So we had do, re, do, re. So we're going up, right? The music gets higher. The music notes get higher, so we're going up. So we had do, and then this right here is re, re. Just a diagonal straight hand sign. When you do these hand signs, you want to make sure you're doing them nice and strong and confident, right? You don't want to make them like re, because that's not re. The re is a very straight diagonal hand sign. So good job on that one, you guys. Very good job. We're getting to this so fast. The next syllable is me. Me. This one is so cute because it's like you're saying me, right? But it's me. And the hand sign for me is just a straight hand sign like this. So we had do, we had re, and then we have me. So if you have a little trouble learning this or remembering this, just remember that do is a very unique hand sign because it's just a fist. When we get to re, you have to do a little more movement. And then with me, just remember that re and mi are practically almost the same. You just turn re straight up like this. So you have re, and then we have mi. Just lift your elbow up, and then there you have it, mi. So do, re, mi. Just like that. So re was diagonal, and mi is straight, right? Awesome job. So that is me. And the music note for me is, give me a second here for my keyboard, do, re, mi, 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 mi. So that is me. Awesome job, you guys. The next hand sign, the next music syllable is fa. And the hand sign for fa is a thumbs down. That's right. A thumbs down for fa. Just like that. So you have a good thumbs up, and then you got a bad thumbs down. Not that you're doing a bad job at all. It's just a hand sign for fa. And the music note for fa is, we have do, re, mi, fa, fa. So let's recap. Do, re, mi, fa, fa. So that is a hand sign and the music note for fa. Awesome job, you guys. Awesome job. You guys are all doing so amazing. Sol. Sol is the next hand sign in our music solfege. And the hand sign for sol is this guy right here. So just pretend, to help you remember, like the sun is so bright one day and you're blocking it with your hand. So you're going just like this, blocking the sun from your eyes. That's exactly how you do the hand sign for sol. And sol in Spanish actually means sun. So what you're really saying is sun, but sol is just the music's solfege syllable, right? But just something to help you guys remember it by. Sol. Hand sign for sol is this guy right here, and let me show you guys the music note for sol. So we have do, re, mi, fa, sol. 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 That is the note for sol. Awesome job, you guys. Awesome. So as you may notice already, it's just getting higher and higher. We're just going up the scale, and then we're going to come back down the scale, right? So the next hand sign in our music's solfege syllables is la. La. La is like a really cute syllable. La. So this is an A right here, guys. Right there. That's an A. I write my A's a little weird. So that is la, and the hand sign for la is, are you ready? This guy right here. So just like you're making a small little house, but your hands are just like this. So you don't want to make sure, you don't want to have it just like this, you know. You can't say this is la because that's not the correct hand sign. You want to make sure that it's just curved, nice and straight. Kind of like you're making a heart, right? You're making a heart, but you're bringing it down and having it a little more loose. Just like that. And that is the hand sign for la. And the music note for la is, we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, la, la. That is a music note for la. Just like that. So I can say so-and-so, show me la. And you should know exactly that it's just like a little, you're creating a small house, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is the hand sign for la. Awesome job, you guys. Awesome, awesome job. The next syllable is tea. This one is also really cute. It just reminds me of someone drinking tea and their pinky is up. So they're just drinking their tea in such a fancy way. But the hand sign for tea is actually not your pinky. It's your index finger. So just like you have your pinky up when you're drinking tea, it's going to be your index finger, just like this. And this is the hand sign for tea. The music note for tea is going to be, we got do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, tea, tea, tea. So that is the music note for tea, and the hand sign is just like this. So it's not like your number one, right? You know how you have it straight. It's going to be like a little diagonal, and to make sure you're doing this correctly, your elbows are going to be slightly elevated, just like this for T. Awesome, awesome job. So we're down to our last music syllable. Can you guess what our last syllable is? It's very, very easy. Can you guess it? It's actually, you ready? Do. That's right. It goes straight back to do. It goes right back to do, right? But instead of this being a very low do, how we started with, this is actually a high do. Now, you don't necessarily have to say high do, but you already know once you start learning it, you know that we go back to our high do. So, our high do is, so we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, 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 do. So you want to make sure your vowel shapes are nice and round and tall as well. Do, right? That is a note for do, and the hand sign just the same, except right here we're starting off with do, but we're going to go up here for the high do. So this is showing us when I ask you, so-and-so, show me high do. You're going to give me a nice fist up in the air. If I say, so-and-so, show me low do, you're going to give it right here, just around your abdomen, just around your belly button, just right there. But this is the high do. So we have high do and we have low do. Awesome job, you guys. You guys are all doing so amazing, and you're learning it so fast already. Our video is coming to an end, but I just want to say how proud I am with how proud I am with all of you guys learning this so fast and so quickly. And we're already in week 3, and I can honestly say that you guys have learned this so fast. Just from our music live sessions, I see you guys doing the hand signs. I see you guys anticipating what comes next, and that just brings so much joy to my heart. And I'm so proud of you guys. Make sure that with this video, you're drinking lots of water. Lots of water. Make sure you're drinking at least something warm for your vocal cords, something warm for your throat with a parent, like a nice warm tea, a nice warm chocolate milk, whatever it is that you like. Make sure that it's really taking care of your instrument. You know, I get tired too singing just a little bit, but if we take care of our throats, we take care of ourselves, we can honestly get through all the music lessons that we have left. So thank you guys for being in this video. On our next lesson, we're going to continue our music solfege and eventually get to our music vocabulary. I've been really excited to teach you guys that. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Remember to do your exit tickets. The exit tickets are just showing me that you've been present in all our music live sessions and our music YouTube sessions. So make sure you're doing your exit tickets, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.